Hey everybody, it's your girl Janae, and I wanted to come to you just for a second to talk about moving on. And when I say moving on, I don't necessarily mean in a relationship. When people hear moving on, they think of, ending an intimate relationship. No, I mean in life. I mean closing out a chapter, closing out a season, putting things to an end when their season has passed in your life. I've been there, I'm there now. And the main thing I can tell you is that it's not easy. The very first time that I know for sure I made the biggest to date leap and began to close a chapter was when I quit a job and I didn't have another one to go to. But I knew that that's what God wanted me to do. And I can say now that that has come to a close. I can tell you how difficult it was. I can tell you that I cried, that I doubted, that I was sad, that I began to be angry towards God, and what I know even more so is now that it's a part of the process. It's what happens when we do something so big, when we step out on faith, and we do something that is going to change our lives. It doesn't feel like it's going to change it for the better, but in that moment, but at the end of the day, at the end of that tunnel, now that I'm here, I can say my life is, I never expected my life to be like this. And it's a good thing because now I can listen to God and take bigger leaps of faith and know that when it's time for me to move on, ultimately I'm going to something better. Ultimately, I'm going to something that is needed for me to be, in order for me to be here, in order for my purpose in this world to live on. This is what I have to do. I am in the process of relocating. And can I tell you that not only I knew that I knew inside of me that it was time for me to relocate, but I got signs all along the way. And this was something that began happening, I guess, maybe a year and a half ago. And I kind of knew, my life needed to make a change. I just wasn't sure what. I just wasn't sure how. So then I began to wonder and question and ask God, okay, God, so what is it? And I remember within the span of 5 days, I heard through other people on the radio, people in the store, at church, Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans that I have for you. Plans to prosper you. Okay. Okay. All right, God. When it became clear to me that I was supposed to move, and understand, I didn't want to move. I got a house. I've got my life set up. Move? What am I move for? God, you bless me like this. Why would I go anywhere? But then God began to say, it began to be in me. And then the messages started coming from other people, And I'm like, oh no, God, this is a big thing. I don't know if I can do this. But those signs were there. And God was beginning to talk to me through other people. And one of the biggest interventions, I don't know if you can call it that, was when I was in a car and I was talking to God. And I was like, okay, God, if this is what you want me to do, can you make it clear? Can you make it so clear that I can't doubt it or question it if I wanted to? And when I turned on the radio and the next words out of the speaker's mouth was, so when you say move, it's time for me to follow through. But understand, even then, I was just like, is that for me, God? Is that what you want me to do? But that's totally normal. It's okay to, I believe it's okay because we're all human. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to wonder. It's okay to question if you're doing the right thing. It's okay. What's not okay is that you stay someplace that you know you're not supposed to be, because your life will never be good and you will never get the good things that God has for you when you are someplace that you're not meant to be. You can't prosper there. Your life can't prosper there. Your business, your purpose, None of that. And so I will say that I understand. I'll say that I understand, but I will tell you that it is worth it. It will change your life, and it'll probably be one of the best decisions you make. And now that I made, now that I'm here in the middle of another moving on journey, because I completed a bigger one, it makes things a little bit easier because I know ultimately where God has me, I trust Him. And where He has me going is someplace I can't even fathom. So I think that's kind of all I wanted to say. Just trust Him. And the signs, don't forget the signs. I remember once I decided that I was going to go ahead and move, I put it off. I was like, well, maybe I give it 6 months. Went to church Sunday. The summer was what? What are you waiting for? Well, I ain't waiting on nothing. I'm just kind of taking my time. Okay, so I decided to move. But then I began to wonder, well, what about this? And do I have enough money? And where would I live? Where would I... All of that. Next sermon I heard was, be still and know. And ultimately, that's what we have to do. We have to be still and know and trust God because He's taken us so far already. And He's not going to stop. Especially if your heart is genuine and you are really trying to get what He has for you. God's going to honor that. You honor Him and He will honor you. So, I think that's all I have to say.